husband is not feeling well and he is throwing up. And I have a feeling it has something to do with an infection in his tooth. That's my initial thought, but I really don't know what's going on, so we're gonna figure that out. I do have a run today. I don't feel like running, but I have to do it. So it's only a 30-minute run, but I don't feel like getting dressed and going outside and running.
She was really full. Good job.
This day did not go as planned, and this is probably going to be a very short vlog because most of my day has been spent in the emergency room with Joel, and that never happens. It's very, very rare. So he has been sick since last night, 3 a.m. He started throwing up both ways. Literally could hold nothing down, not water. I gave him electrolytes this morning, and that's when the real problem started, where he's like, I need fluids, I need you to give me something. So I gave him this pack of electrolytes and I put it in water, and the moment he drank that cup, he's like, I have to throw up. And so I'm in there getting my stuff ready for the day, and then he is throwing up in there, and I'm like, oh. So I'm praying for him, and then he's like, babe, and I'm like, what? And he's like, there's blood. And there was blood in his throw up and his vomit, and it wasn't a little bit of blood, like a little pop blood vessel, whatever. It wasn't a little bit of blood, it was blood. And I was like, okay, let's get dressed, let's go, I'm taking you to the ER. He's like, I'm fine, it's okay. And I'm like, is this okay? So I called the ER, and they could not give me any, medical advice. So I Googled it. Is it ever like a small thing to vomit blood? And it's like, no, it's not normal to vomit blood. You should go and get it checked. So I was like, okay, let's just go and get it checked and just see what they say about it. And it's better to be safe than sorry, right? So we go to the ER, and at this point he is severely dehydrated. And so they give him an IV, and they give him fluids, they give him anti-nausea stuff, and he has to get a blood sample, a urine sample. If there was blood in his urine, they would have done a CAT scan, but there wasn't. So it just took a long time, and we were in the ER for a while. And then now it's like we got home about 3:30, and now Cubby has a baseball game. And so he wasn't going to come. He's not going to coach today, but he's just going to sit and be here. And so I'm here. I drove, and I do not drive. He always drives, and I drove here. I'm going to drive home. I've never seen my husband like how I saw him today, which made me a bit emotional and a bit like, okay, what's happening? Because one thing, Joel is never cold. And when I got out of the car and I held his hand to go to the ER, his hand was cold and clammy. And I was like, oh, this is not my husband. And he was like weak and lethargic. He got into the passenger seat. He didn't insist on driving. I never drive, you guys. It's a big deal. Even on road trips, he drives the whole time. And so we're in the ER, and he's cold and he's shivering and he's asking for blankets. I was like, who is this? And so it's scary. I don't like it. I don't want to, I don't want to have to deal with this. But basically, this is what it is. And we still don't know what caused the bleeding. They just got him hydrated, gave him anti-nausea, and then they referred us out. We need to go get a scope done on his esophagus. So as of right now, we don't know what caused the bleeding. There hasn't been any more bleeding or throwing up or going to the bathroom. So I'm just praying that he is healed. He is healed in Jesus' name, and that we're okay, and that we just get the test done and there's nothing there, and it's just a fluke. But pray for Joel, and I'll probably do my best. I did not hit my water goal. I did not run today. I was supposed to run, but I couldn't do that today. So life, it happens. It's okay. I'd rather make sure my husband's okay and my family is okay. So that's what today was all about. Good job, guys. Way to play. Well, this is a good sign. Joel is driving, so he said he was okay to drive, so that's a good sign. And there's still light outside, so I think I can get my... Actually, it's going to be dark by the time we get home, you think?
Yeah.
Maybe I could do the YMCA and just run on the treadmill. Actually, I'm going to run for 30 minutes on our street because I have about 30 minutes of sunlight left. Kaylin's going to be my chauffeur. I'm going to stretch out and I'm going to go. And in this shirt, I don't really care. 3 minutes on, 3 minutes running, 2 minutes walking. There's Abby. Abby, what are you doing, big girl? Abby girl. Hi, Abby girl. There's my chaperone. My chaperone. Super sweaty. 3 minutes makes a big difference. All right, I'm gonna try to catch the fireflies. Do you see them? Do you see them?